Now, as I mentioned, the dyeing process is a little complicated, but I am confident you will manage. Just make sure to follow my instructions carefully. The pattern has already been sketched out on the sample, so you just need to dye each block with the correct color. But you'll need to wait for the dye to fully soak in between each step to make sure the colors don't run. Ha ha ha! Good! The dye is taken to the fabric, and the pattern is crisp and clear. Next, apply all the remaining dye, and we should see that elusive signature color emerge.
Okay, final step. Did it work? Paimon doesn't see it.
Oh, that color isn't showing up. Oh, the dyeing has failed. No, your technique was flawless. You did everything exactly as instructed. It would have made no difference if I'd done it myself.
Then what went wrong?
It could be the weaving technique, or maybe the dye has to be applied in a different way. Oh, whatever the case, it looks like I have failed to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Sorry, Paimon wishes we could do more to help.
I am the one who should be apologizing. I made you do so much work, and it was for nothing. I will, of course, honor my commitment to compensate you for your trouble, but I do hope you won't give up on this task. I plan to keep investigating, and will be sure to keep you updated with any progress.
Don't worry, we're not quitters. Paimon does have a question, though. This whole process of recording history on woven scrolls seems so complicated. Why don't you just write it down instead? You said yourself you're all about change and reform. Well, this seems like a pretty good place to start, don't you think? Writing things down would be easier for everyone, and your records would be more detailed.
I think you've perhaps misunderstood my philosophy, but that's okay. I can answer your question, but there's somewhere I need to show you first.
Oh, sure.
Cool. Look at this view. What do you think?
It's gorgeous!
Now, try looking a little further.
Whoa, that graffiti!
In all the years since the founding of our tribe, those colors have been with us every step of the way. It is true that I seek to bring new life to this ancient tribe through change and reform, but I also understand there are certain foundational things that we cannot afford to throw away. The foremost of these is the way we record our history.
Oh, that makes sense.
Since the very beginnings, our tribe has always sought to bring color to history. and I have a deep sense that this is one part of our heritage that we should not give up. So, whatever it takes, I must find a way for us to continue producing our traditional woven scrolls.
You're completely right. Paimon's sorry for what she said earlier. It was out of line.
It's quite all right. I'm just grateful you're able to understand where I'm coming from. Then let us hope that when we next meet, we succeed in reviving this tradition.
She's not back yet. Oh, I hope nothing bad happened to Master Cheffin. Hey, that little kid is crying. I wonder what happened. Let's go check what's wrong. Master Cheffin, she went to gather volcanic crystals, but she's still not back yet. I told the guards, but they said they don't have people to spare. Plus, they have to finish making preparations before they can try to rescue her. But it'll be too late by then. So, you'll help? Great! I'll just make a quick sketch to show you where the guards went earlier. They said Master Cheffin might have stopped around here.
She might have been forced to go near the shadow pen. If that's the case, then... Oh.
Please, you have to see...
me!
Look, over there! Is that Master Chevin?
Yeah! Via me!
I'll protect us. Huh. 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 Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Where did you come from? So strong!
Well, they didn't put up much of a fight.
Thank you so much. I thought I wasn't gonna make it down this mountain alive. Saved by the traveler. Guess my luck's not too bad today. Sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chevin, a gem artisan. I'm not usually this lucky, but maybe things are looking up. She did, huh? I didn't mean to make her worry. I wasn't planning to be gone longer than 2 days, tops. But then, I discovered a new seam of volcanic crystal near the shadow pin. It's a large deposit, and the purity is exceptional. I dug up a whole bunch of it and was getting ready to head back. But the phlogiston within the crystals attracted monsters. I panicked and ran up a narrow path to avoid them. But by the time I was in the clear, I ended up running into those bandits. You showed up in the nick of time.
If the situation was so dangerous, why didn't you just drop the crystals and run?
I left most of them behind, believe me. I only kept the purest chunk. I have to bring it back no matter what. For Tlasoli and poor little Nachka. Right, you wouldn't know. Tlasoli is a former ancient name artisan, and Nachka is her daughter. That's right. Or, well, she used to. Now she just handles regular forging commissions. Because of her daughter. Poor Nachka contracted an awful illness, and Tlasoli put everything aside to take care of her. Even as Nachka's illness grew worse, Tlasoli never gave up. Like a torch in the night, she was determined to burn bright, even as darkness encroached from all directions. Still, all's well that ends well. Thanks to the doctor's medicine and the YOP's protection, Nachka's flame was rekindled. Her condition has been slowly improving ever since. She's still weak, of course, and has to recuperate at home. But she's well enough to write letters already. She often writes to Shilonen, apparently. Her dream is to become an ancient names forger just like her mother. Her birthday's in a few days, so Tlasoli asked me to find a pure volcanic crystal to give her as a present.
Yeah, talk about an important chunk of ore! What a nice gift! Paimon hopes it helps her feel better.
I'm sure she and her mother appreciate your well wishes. All right, let's head back. I'm sure Imish is worried sick. Actually, why don't you come with me to visit Tlasoli tomorrow? It's all thanks to you that I managed to bring back the crystal. You deserve a reward for helping us protect something so significant.
That's right! A good mood makes for a quick recovery! And of course, we wouldn't say no to a little gift.
Don't worry, something tells me you'll like this one. But I'll let Tlasoli tell you what it is herself. You're early. Looking forward to your gift?
Paimon cute, but we're also here to see how Nechka's doing. It can't be easy to recover from such a serious illness. And then there's Tlasoli. She had to give up what she loves. We just want to cheer them up.
I've already asked someone to swing by and let Tlasoli know we're coming. She's probably made all the necessary preparations. Let's go then. Do you mind watching the story, Mish? I'll be right back. Tlasoli! Open up! They're here! Tlasoli? Are you home? Open the door! That's strange. Huh. The door's locked. But she shouldn't be out at this time of day. Hey, Nechka! Nechka! It's me, Chevin! Open up, please!
What if something happened to the two of them? What if Nechka got worse again?
Let's not overthink things. They were doing just fine the last time I was here. Nechka was sleeping soundly in her room. Still, I told Tlasoli we were coming. Maybe she had to take Nechka out to get some medicine.
Hey, what's that over there? Looks like a Tapetlosaur nest.
That's right. Tlasoli has a Tapetlosaur companion. If I remember right, its name is Iengu? When she was still in the forging business, she'd often have Iengu help with some digging work. But since Nechka fell ill, she hasn't let it dig much recently. Wait a minute. What the... This place is a mess! Iengu's nowhere to be seen either.
Whoa, look at all these broken boxes! Something terrible must have happened.
Oh... Alright, I'll just... How is it that every single time Emish tells me not to go someplace dangerous, I end up running into danger? It's like her words have some sort of power over me. Maybe it's the Wyab's doing.
The tracks end at this cliff. Could the Tapetlosaur have climbed up the mountain? Let's head up there and see. Taplosaur up here. Might not be Tlasoli's companion, though. Paimon still doesn't see any sign of Tlasoli.
Hey, Traveler! Paimon!
That's Chevin's voice!
Come down, quick! Tlasoli's here!
Huh? We just got up here and Tlasoli's back already? What a coincidence. Well, guess this means we should head back down. Why is the Taplosaur coming along? Whoa, hey, don't run, you'll hit us!
Yangu, come here. Are you being naughty again? Oh, that's a good saurian. Oh, you must be hungry. Sorry. I'll whip up something for you later. All right, run along and play now. I'll come along in a sec. Sorry, you two. I was waiting for you at home when Nechka... Well, she snuck out and ran off by herself. She said she just wanted to pick some flowers for our guests. But she ended up getting lost along the way. Luckily...
Yeah, Chevin told us she was just starting to get better.
She's still very weak. The shock and the cold winds certainly didn't help, so she ended up with a slight fever. I gave her some medicine and now she's in bed. But it's nothing a good night's rest can't fix. That said, she won't be able to meet you today. I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing.
Don't worry about it. We know she's still recovering. Chevin told us how serious her illness was. Her health definitely comes first. We were just dropping by to check on her.
Yes, and to run away from eating her vegetables. She's a fast one, that's for sure. She jumps over chairs, hides under the table, then runs all around the house. I can hardly catch her. Seeing how she is now, that's already enough. I really couldn't ask for more.
Hey, cheer up! This is supposed to be a happy occasion. We do appreciate that she tried to welcome us with flowers. Anyway, Tlasoli, about the thing I was telling you before.
Yeah, what did you get us?
Well, it's a blaze gem inscription. I made it from the purest ore, so it's almost completely resistant to erosion. The techniques used to make it are all rooted in ancient name forging. Don't say that or the wild might smite me. The process just uses a few of the same techniques and materials. When I first made one, I didn't think it could serve any practical purpose, apart from the erosion resistance and the general aesthetic. But then Chevin suggested using the crystals to make a special kind of ornament.
Blaze gem inscriptions made by an ancient name artisan, engraved with words that never fade. Quite the sales pitch, don't you think?
Wow, that description really does make it seem special.
Tlasoli's blaze gem inscriptions really are special, though. Word of mouth isn't always reliable. As information gets passed along, it becomes incomplete, forgotten, and sometimes even distorted. But the words inscribed on these crystals will stand the test of time. The inscription will never deteriorate, and the meaning will never get twisted. It's the perfect gift for a dear friend or significant other. You could even pass it down to younger generations.
Yeah, let's get one! We can engrave our names onto it. Then once we find your brother, he can add his name as well. That way, our names will be together forever!
You deserve it. You saved me. And Nechka's birthday present. It's the least I can do to repay you.
Chevin, I thought I told you.
Don't you start acting shy too, Tlasoli. It's a great gift. I know how much work goes into one of your Blaze Gem inscriptions.
Well then, thank you both. I'll have it ready as soon as possible. Then, I'll have you do the inscription yourself. Nechka should be well by then. She'll be very excited to meet you.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't even know how expensive that would be. You sure we have enough travel funds? Hold on, this isn't part of some scheme to make us spend all of our mora, right?
You never know. You do look like you have some savings to spare.
No, don't listen to that, Traveler. You'll end up losing all your mora.
In any case, it's up to you.
Oh no, it's the Tapatlosaur again! Quick, someone stop it! Paimon doesn't want to get run over again!
Also, if you don't mind, Tlasoli, I'd like you to help me repair my Blaze Gem inscription. I dropped it when I was attacked earlier. The rope and clasp both snapped, so I haven't been wearing it. I tried fixing it myself, but I just couldn't get it to stay. Could you help?
Just leave it to me. I'll make it as good as new. Thank you, Chevin, for going all that way and...
It was nothing. We all just want Nechka to get better.
You're right. Miangu, behave yourself. I'll feed you in just a second. I'll have Chevin contact you once everything's ready, Traveler. Maybe we'll even line it up with Nechka's birthday. We can even have a little party.
Oh, that sounds great! We'll look forward to all the good food, and we'll make sure we're ready to eat. Anyway, see you around, Tlasoli!
Look after yourselves. Nechka is going to be so happy to meet you.
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that... check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it. Well, in the Flower Feather Clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process. Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so upset. Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying test and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying, just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready, they'll rekindle their dreams and keep trying. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet soon.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond to a call that sounds like that. Yeah, people from my tribe call to their saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her flying. But the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond to a lackluster whistle like that. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only going to hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the kind of thing that'll make people go wingless.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse. Let me give you a tour around the tribe once this is all over.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction. What if we could get a Kukasaur to fly up to her? That might give her the confidence boost she needs.
Kukasaur! Oh my gosh! Is this really happening? I did it! I summoned one! I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? Right now? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So, I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers. Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers. Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else trying to summon a Kukasaur? Hey! Wait! Wait!
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
Chaska! I summoned a Kukasaur! They do still respond to me after all! Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it, and you'll pass the trial eventually.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are you? And how do you know my name?
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon. You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up-and-coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing the trial. Anyway, we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Maybe you saw her in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. She's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen her around.
If you say so.
Koyer, Chaska. Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than expected. So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance. This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Oh, okay.
Chaska, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You've heard of us?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan. Actually, I've been meaning to invite you to enjoy our tribe's hospitality for some time.
Hospitality? Oh, that includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too? Paimon's starting to like you a lot.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
The Flower Feather clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line, there's no time to lose.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner everyone gets the news, the better!
Very well. In that case, Chaska, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later. Koyer, let's get going.
Okay.
All right, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call, that was your doing, wasn't it? I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. Her whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow. She looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give her a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh? It's all right. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself. You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good. I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good. Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised? They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for that, aren't they?
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan. And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
Hey, is that Chaska?
Chaska, you're back!
Oh, can you come train with us?
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around. Maybe next time.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
Legendary? Yep, that's us, alright.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a cuckoosaur. Even Chaska could only do that for short distances. Miss Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Oh, Miss Traveler! My family's shop makes the best volcano cake! You gotta try it!
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Natlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. Hope it didn't bother you too much. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force. Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides, even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chaska!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon, got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the Traveler and Paimon. I heard Chaska was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Only her father. She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4. Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing and raised her as one of their own. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the Abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this. It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the Abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
Yeah, Paimon can see her doing...
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose another daughter. Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's...
Whoa, where did the time go? We should be back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was sometimes a little impulsive back then.
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down. Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Ochka Natlan, to try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never seriously considered myself a strong fighter.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength in its own right?
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part! They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space. Paimon is so full.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Elder Alpa? There's, something's come up.
Hmm?
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Chaska, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize, and Junon spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the Cinder City. I'll leave you to tell them the news.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh? Utona?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days? I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future for a seasoned warrior like you.
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies. Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much. No problem. If you ever want to give it a try, you know where to find me.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game. No Kukasaur is ever going to approve of that, no matter how many times I try.
Waskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurs wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm going to treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
You used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaur's approval.
Are all Kukasaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and Eyes on the Feathered Prize seem pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them. Even if it means breaking their hearts.
I see.
Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Natlan again, huh?
Chaska? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Wanna give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that I've decided to call it quits for good. I'm done. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me. But nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to suddenly pass just because they're holding another trial.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time. so the flying experience should be smoother than before. Koyer's gonna try again.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions, like you and Elder Alpa.
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chaska and the Traveler. You're already here. I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, why can't you?
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then will you train with me?
I mean...
Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and figure it out as we go.
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to get Junan out of a rut, it's Koyer. You helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to another and so on. But sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions. Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult to achieve in practice, for all sorts of reasons. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff for more details.
Oh, are you here to help? Thank goodness. There's no way. So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb, but carrying explosives up that steep slope would be a recipe for disaster. If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, my plan was to transport the bomb to the other side, then send it over in a hot air balloon. All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout, and problem solved. What do you think? Simple enough, right? Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they got it up so high. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. Ah, well. Getting the trial arena back in order is more important. I'll head over and set up now. Let me know when you're ready. All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready!
This is maybe but how am I supposed to?
How strange.
Well, could be from...
I can't...
I think it should be possible to clear this spot but there are signs of strange life in here. Meddling with it might be dangerous. Hey! Monsters!
Take me up!
Coming in.
Locked up!
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Wow, you took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible work. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished. Then we can kick off the retrials.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Could you arrange that for me?
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware of.
All the more reason to have me test it out. Think of it as another
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger, even if there are hazards we overlooked.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering issues.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let... Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chaska, but still, try to be careful. All right, then spread your wings and fly. Ha! Open fire! Yeah.
That was amazing. Paimon couldn't take her eyes off you.
No, nothing major. Give it a few days, and we should be able to conduct the trials.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather Clan, right? Please, come quick, you've got to help us!
Catch your breath first. What's the situation?
We got attacked by a Kukusaur. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting. Please, I'm begging you, save them!
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people unprovoked?
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule. Let's go check it out.
Ouch! I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur. Ouch! I've never seen...
Chaska? Traveler? This is a surprise.
Elder Alpa? Huh. So, where's this aggressive Kukusaur we've heard about?
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that reinforcements were coming.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place? Was it after the food?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are intact!
Phlogiston wings?
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them, it would ruin us.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us. So I take it you're Elder Ulpa?
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey, not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest. We can talk business after you've recovered.
But Elder Ulpa, what about the Kukasaur attack?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps that Kukasaur was just having a bad day. There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further. More importantly, how are the preparations for the flying trials going? Is everything in order over at the arena?
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a coincidence! Sounds like a perfect use case for our phlogiston wings. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what they can do.
Oh, really? Now I'm intrigued.
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukasaur attack for now. We have some serious business to discuss.
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh? Chaska?
A blood-stained feather.
Seems Lenny is saying some strange things again. The Flower Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out!
Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time! Although, can't say the same for the Kukusaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Kukasaur.
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What's going on? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis. Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own without the help of a Kukasaur?
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed a flying trial. Right, Elder Alpa?
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a pass? If we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Kukasaur, does it?
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a Kukasaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian companion.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
Right? That's what I think, too.
I agree that they have strategic value. But I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using phlogiston wings.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this. And now you're saying it doesn't count?
We don't have any experience using these wings in battle. Nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to candidates using the phlogiston wings.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh?
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukasaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Chaska? Why did Chaska rush out? Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
The prophecy of Fontaine.
prophecy in Fontaine.
What's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in
Seems
Fontaine.
Lenny is saying some strange things
What's
again.
happened now?
It's really worrying.
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The
Seems
prophecy in
Lenny is
Fontaine?
saying some strange
Oh
things
no,
again.
what's happened now?
It's really worrying.
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened
Did you
now?
hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Did you hear about the prophecy in Fontaine?
The prophecy in Fontaine? Oh no, what's happened now?
Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra. Ad Astra Abyss.
Are you sure it has to be me? Fine. Let's get this over with. Behold! Are you sure it has to be me? Fine. get this over with. The wind rises. Everything was futile.
Leave it all to me. As you wish. Time to clean up. I must leave no stone unturned.
Are you sure it has to be me? Fine. Let's get this over with. The wind rises. Behold! Everything was futile.
Leave it all to me. Steady as stone.
What do you want from me? The wind rises. Squall and fury. Are you sure it has to be me? Fine. Let's get this over with.
Leave it all to me. Leave it all to me. As a good knight should.
Squall and Fury! Behold!
I will protect you.
Are you sure it has to be me? Fine. Let's get this over with. Squall and Fury.